Hello, everyone. I'm going to jump right into it, y'all. So, I want to discuss addiction as a family disease because it is a family disease. It affects everyone in the household, period. And from my experience, that's exactly what happened. I wish I would have known then what I know now. Boy, oi, oi. But let's get into it. So, addiction it disrupts the home. It disrupts boundaries. You can't create boundaries with an addict in the house. You just can't. That's instant survival mode living. Sure, you might be someone that knows how to live and maintain and be responsible, do things. When you have an addict, that's out the window. It's a wrap on that. So you can cancel Christmas. It's a very sad thing. Also, attachment. Attachment can't happen with an addict in the house. Everything's in an uproar. You got the addict stealing things, pawning things that the family may need because they need money to get high. You got the addict starting arguments so they can try to get out the door or so they can manipulate. Attachment is disrupted completely. And then communication. Do you understand how difficult it is to communicate with an addict? Listen, Linda. Nope. It ain't happening. Either passive or non-existent communication, assertive and supportive, or aggressive and critical. Because a lot of the times the addict winds up being the biggest person, the most important person. I better be, like, everything has to be about the addict. Period. It's not trust. You can't trust yourself in a way where you can be vulnerable. You learn how to not talk, not trust, and you better not feel in there. Oh no. Your feelings will be invalidated or ignored at best. And in the household I grew up in, my mother, she was very emotionally available. And she was constantly being put in positions where she would have to shut down because my father, the addict, would come in with nonsense a lot of the time. So where she finally got a grip of the household, the kids got us to where we ate breakfast, we cleaning up or whatever, and she promised us to go to the playground or, whatever. He comes in and turns everything upside down. Hot mess. And the whole time, he's needed, We got to watch him throughout the neighborhood interacting with everybody else except us. Like, no. Now, give or take, you know what I'm saying? But it's very difficult when you're in a household and you have an addict in there. Like, the kids wind up going in their separate corners depending on the roles that they're growing up in. It's sad. It really is. So family stressors can trigger relapse. So if you have an addict, one of the parents is an addict, the guardian's an addict, just regular family stress can trigger a relapse. It could be something as simple as you need help with your homework and they don't know how to help you. Or, it's over their head. They don't manage their stress well. That's one of the main reasons, in my opinion, for the addiction in the first place. Lack of being able to cope with certain ways that they feel. No emotional intelligence there, amongst other things. Depression. It's so many reasons why people start doing drugs or start drinking. But the relapse destabilizes the family. When that guardian relapses, it's a wrap. Destabilizing the entire unit. Now, on the parent or guardian that is not an addict, everything is on them. And you see the kids. Oh, these my babies. Some of them. I wish I would have continued that addiction stuff and dragged my kids through it. No, absolutely not. You hear me? I was everything else, but I was not an addict or alcoholic. Not making light of it because it's a real disease. But I don't tend to make excuses. And this is what separated me from many of my family members. Because a lot of them, they make excuses. They blame others. They avoid accountability. Hence, which is why it's so very clear to be able to see the narcissists from the dark triad practitioners, from the dark empaths. I can see you for who you are. It does break my heart though, because it speaks for your childhood and so many other things that I can understand now that my emotional intelligence is where it needs to be. But lucky for you, I'm not petty. I'm doing all this for the right reasons. My kids be up on this internet, and you darn straight they gonna swipe past me still teaching them from afar. I'm always gonna be here. You understand? Please believe me. So we want to take addiction as a family disease very seriously. We don't want to overlook it because we got kids and they're going to have kids. Who's going to set the example versus just keep following people that practice lying, hiding, staying safe, not calling out the behaviors amongst the family that are problematic, whether it be incest, substance abuse, alcoholism. We have to stop turning a blind eye and just talking about the family members at the cookout. They're there. Like, I'm going to need more action to go in and less gossip. Like, come on now. How you sleep at night? I know astrologically it's certain zodiacs that, enjoy gossip. Listen, whatever floats your boat. But when it comes to influencing the next generation, that's where we got to draw the line. Because at some point, we going to be old. Some of these little people going to be our CNAs. Do you really want them to be dark empaths, narcissists, taking care of us at the nursing home or whatever your senior year is going to look like? Start thinking ahead of time. You ain't always going to be young and vibrant. That's one thing I used to hate that my father said. Like, I'm not even going to get into it too much because it's mildly a trigger. Like, people that just live for today in a way that's unhealthy. We're not talking about your average, I'm going to live in the moment, enjoy this. No, I mean literally, impulsively live every day, unplanned. On someone else's dollar, no doubt. Like, if you don't get... I'm going to be back, y'all. We're going to get into some more topics. And hopefully, I trigger something within you that realizes this is a bigger problem than it's made out to be. And it needs to be discussions about it so we know how to navigate it amongst the community. Unity is a necessity. We need one another. So let's get over what we must to get where we need to be getting. Over and out.